I have a question for you too. So, looking a little bit forward, whether or not it's, I guess, during this like quarantine period, or even after. So, like, what kind of markets do you guys think are on the up, or I mean, are at least worth going into as an entrepreneur or a business person?
Content creation and online businesses.
Okay. So like content creation,
I think the big one is content creation.
Okay.
Just sort of, if you see all these real estate moguls that have businesses before, they're all getting into content creation. And I think us as a generation, like Gen Z, has such an has a bigger opportunity than a lot of the other people to like document like where we come from in our process of achieving success. And that's sort of like the idea that me and Zack are sort of trying to achieve in sort of creating content, and the reason we want to start a podcast.
By the way, our first podcast episode is going to be up on Monday.
Oh, this one?
No, our first. Me and Hector's first
one. Okay.
It's pretty much us talking about starting our podcast, which is pretty funny. It shows the behind the scenes of like, you know,
us arguing what we want to achieve out of the podcast.
Yeah. My idea about creation is that I want to document, because I feel like there's not many people documenting. There's not many high schooler, like there's not many people in my position documenting their life. And if there are, I don't know of any, because I don't know of any people out there that are, you know, going through this period and also making videos about it.
Think about it like this: like, if one day, God willing, we do achieve success,
inshallah,
we will have like the whole entire process of like from start to beginning, us documenting our way all the way up, which is immensely valuable for people who like listen to the content and like people to see like it wasn't an overnight thing.
Yeah, you guys will have like a little memento to show the children.
Yeah.
But getting back into the investment thing and like the emerging markets, like give us some like company names that are content creating that you guys are interested in investing in. Like Hector, I know we talked about how big the Airbnb IPO was going to be. I mean, I think they're pushing it back to next year or maybe even later. But their original IPO was supposed to come out in January of this year.
Yeah. Poor Airbnb. I feel bad. But I mean, like their business was so sound, like perfect, clear cutter. They were going to be a winner in the stock market. And then this happened. And I don't know if people will act the same now that they're not going to, I don't think they're going to buy into Airbnb as it wasn't before. Like now their numbers are down. Their S1 is going to be different. I don't know if the company's going to be the same after this. But in terms of content creation, I think like investing time towards content creation, I think TikTok is one of the biggest ones. TikTok, yeah. I know Zack's made a couple TikToks. I know I have made a couple TikToks.
Who has some? You guys got some blown up ones?
Not really, but I mean, I have like 30 followers, so you know.
Hey, shout out! Oh, you're dreaming and achieving.
Zack, what are you looking at? What you got?
In terms of what?
Followers or looks?
Oh, I don't even know. Honestly, I only have 2 TikToks, and I only did them because they were fun. So I'm not going to do something I don't find fun.
I stand corrected. It's 33 followers.
Good for you, Hector.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You 3 followers in 10 seconds, or were you just wrong the first time?
No, I was wrong the first time.
Okay.
Hector, do you think it's also? I know you're also into like where you're into photography, but also like video creation, right? Is that a
yeah?
So you think are you also going to go into just making more content for that too? Like I guess maybe YouTube and things like that.
Yeah. So what I have to find myself like sort of adapting towards is I've been so long like behind the camera. Now I have to find a way to basically get comfortable in front of the camera, which is, I think, is a little challenging, but I think with time I'll get better at it.
Yeah. Kind of like find your niche in a way, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And what do you guys think of cryptocurrency and specifically Bitcoin during a time like this? Because I know right now it's
no
7.
I think I bought Zack shares like sophomore year.
What do you?
I think so like there's been like a trend always of this like this get rich sort of like like sort of like what like I think young entrepreneurs fall in the trap of is like cryptocurrency, Shopify, like sneaker selling, like selling sneakers, all these things that like
quick and easy,
and everyone like sort of like tries to like achieve, right?
Yeah.
If you're a young entrepreneur, like everyone tries to sell shoes, or everyone tries to like buy cryptocurrency when like it's hot. And I think one thing about being an entrepreneur is like finding the market, like finding a niche, not doing what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, but I mean, going along with that, but like how else would a young entrepreneur be able to express, those his like, passions and ideas in starting a business? Like what other outlets would they, maybe lean towards aside from like, I feel like mainly like reselling is kind of like one of the best ways, in my opinion.
I mean, there are people that are making immense money like reselling shoes and stuff, but like, I mean, like in terms of other entrepreneurs looking in, having no idea what sneakers are, and then being tempted to sell shoes when they have no idea about like the culture and stuff about it. So like it becomes tempting for like entrepreneurs that just want to make money and don't have any passion to join these industries like Shopify, sneaker selling, and like what's the other one? Cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, like some people had no idea what they're investing in, but they saw the chart going up and everyone putting their money in. And it's like you get a sort of like FOMO, a fear of missing out. So you just pour your money into it, and then next thing you know, you just lost all your money. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of industries like that.
But you were talking about how people have to find like a unique thing that not everyone else is doing. Like you guys definitely did that with like some of your business ventures. So how would you suggest that other people do something like that as well?
Yard selling. I mean, just finding. I mean, I know Zack finds stuff like Apple Watches and stuff and flips them. Like, that's something like not many people are doing, but it's a lot easier to get around to doing because you don't have to like wait in line, or you could also like have old stuff you just flip. What else?
Wait, how do you just find Apple Watches?
Well, you buy them off other people. Facebook Marketplace. I know Zack can speak to this if he's still here.
Zack just dipped.
He's still here. When it comes to reselling electronics, you just want to go on, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and different sites like that where people are selling their shit. And you just want to just go through and just message as many people as possible and just see what good deal you can find. It's just like real estate, except not real estate. It's on a much grander, much smaller scale. You will find people who are looking for cash to, by selling their Apple Watch. And believe me, you'll find a lot of people who are willing to just sell for way cheaper, especially when you just negotiate it down.
I know for me, like photography is something like just learn a skill and like market it and sort of like get people to like, so just me doing sports photography. I think junior year I picked up photography and I started taking pictures and stuff. And I remember getting paid like, I think like $10 a game or something. Not too much, but like it's still something.
Yeah. So how did you build up from like, how did you manifest your own passions to like photography to something like that to get paid? Like for someone who doesn't go to LaSalle, how would you suggest they like get paid to do something like that?
I mean, every high school has a sports team and like just doing it for free in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people, like I saw like, I was asked to do it because the yearbook needed it for, and so I did it like, cause I always wanted to become a filmmaker, not really a photographer. And I had like this little stigma, like in my mind that like every photographer was kind of gay or stuff like that. But like, then I actually like fell in love with like doing photography.
Yeah.
And it sort of like went there from there. And now like I get paid for like $40 a game.
And I know you have, you do real estate pictures as well.
I haven't started. I was going to start about March, but then it sort of like fell through.
Okay.
Because, coronavirus.
Yeah, I can understand. understand that.
Guys, do you think that entrepreneurship like is kind of like a trend, like kind of trendy right now? Is that like?
It is definitely trendy right now.
Yeah, 100%, for sure.
But I think what I think helps me with that is like knowing that like I'm a son of an immigrant, so like I've seen entrepreneurship all my life. So even if it wasn't trendy right now, I'd still be doing it.
Really? Okay.
And yeah, what are your thoughts on this, Zach?
Trend. I mean, there's not much to it. It's just trend. And those people who look at it as a trend, the people who are going into it as a trend, they're the ones who are just going to fail and move on to their normal life. I don't think you could really hop into entrepreneurship just because you see everybody successful at it. It's like being a doctor. Like, you're pretty much guaranteed to make a lot of money being a doctor or a dentist. Why is not everybody doing it? Because there's a long process to becoming a doctor and making a lot of money, and there's a lot of cost and time put into it. So, I mean, just the thing about entrepreneurship is people from the outside don't see what's on the bottom. They don't see all the hard work, all the hours put in. Similar to
it doesn't help that people are advertising like these lifestyles on Instagram and YouTube, and like that definitely feels. Yeah, Ty Lopez or like any other people that are just like posting pictures with a Lamborghini and like enticing people to become an entrepreneur when they probably really don't know. And I mean, if you think about it, they're only doing that to sell courses, stuff like that. To like people that probably don't have the chops to be an entrepreneur.
I feel like if anybody just wants to reach any type of financial success, you're going to have to melt your face off of work and just put in the time and clock in every day and work. Like, people just don't understand that part. People always want to beat around the bush and just like, and not work.
By successful, you mean like happy?
No, right now I'm talking about just financial success, just solely. Even though I don't really care about that, a lot of people they're like, oh, what if I don't care about happiness? Okay, then go work your fucking face off. There's plenty of business models that fucking work. Go put in some cash and you'll become rich. I mean, it could happen.
I forgot to ask. Are we allowed to curse on this podcast?
Yeah, I mean, you can't change that now. It's okay.
At this point, we're kind of cross that bridge.
It's real.
I'm asking an hour and 40 minutes in.
That much?
Real quick, guys, I was going to ask. I think we're kind of coming to the end of it now. We've kind of gone for a while, but so yeah, what are you guys' like future aspirations like down the line? Kind of your goals. So yeah, just want to know if you could enlighten us a little bit about that.
What Hector, you first?
What would your ideal career be, or business, or hedge fund? Or, I don't know. Yeah,
I mean,
or do you want to like have your dabble your fingers in a different field at the same time? Is that maybe?
I mean, at essentially, like what gives me the most enjoyment is exploring, which is basically just learning new things. So at rudimentally, just like learning new industries, or like photography is like something I learned like in like half a year, not even. And like filmmaking, I've been wanting to do all my life. Just like I love learning things like graphic design, learning different things like. So just like finding an industry that will just allow me to do a lot of things, like not just like stick to one thing and keep like doing one thing for the rest of my life. Like I want to switch up, change, evolve, always.
Nice.
That's interesting. What about you, Zach?
I say, well, I'm moving to. I really want to move to Los Angeles real soon. And that's pretty much in the works. I don't know if Hector's going to come along or not. We pretty much set something up for that. But yeah, that's one of my goals. I want to move out of state, somewhere to like Los Angeles or Arizona, somewhere, down there. And that's pretty much it. I just want to explore. I want to definitely get into real estate very soon once the capital builds up. That's something I think I might be interested in. And then I also want to do some content creation while we're in quarantine and just pump out some content. Maybe people will be interested in what I have to share.
Nice. What is it about? Because I kind of like have the same mindset as you about like kind of going out west, like LA and over there. Like, what do you think it is? What do you think it's about LA that kind of like attracts you personally, as an opportunity?
I have no idea, man. That's why I want to go out there. It's because I just don't know.
You just want to feel it out, check it out.
I know
He's definitely thinking about the girls. Not gonna lie.
I definitely know together and beautiful scenery, and I know there's a lot of people out there, and it's away from home. But pretty much, I don't know any like other pros of going there. I just want to go, and if I don't like it, worst case scenario, I just come back.
Yeah. And like you're kind of aiming to do it all like on your own money, on your own terms. Don't have to rely on your parents, type of thing.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing with relying on your parents is like you're forfeiting that control. No matter what, like if you accept money from anyone, you're always forfeiting control. Like even when you're in a startup, like you forfeit control when you sell part of that company. And that's
so my dad would definitely not fund my LA dreams because he wants me to go to college. So if anything, he would fund me going to college, and that's it.
Nice. Yeah, I'm kind of planning on going out there a little bit, but I was going to think about going there for school, but mainly might just do like internships out there, live out there by myself for a little bit, then come back whenever I'm done with that. But that's just like what I'm planning on doing myself. But
awesome. Yeah.
So yeah.
I just wish you guys the best of luck. Like you guys are extremely driven, so I know whatever you guys do, you will both be successful.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you guys both for coming. We really enjoyed this. This has been a fun episode in the making.